James Barnes Business. Let's get right down to it. We got to know who's voting so we can go out and talk to them. But, how do we do that? Today, I'm actually want to talk about gender of all things. I am out working on a project right now, and I've already seen this before, but I've been trying to figure out how to tell y'all. So I'm just going to tell you straight up. It's interesting. I'm going to read these numbers for you. I'm going to put them right here. You're going to see them. But bottom line is, I think there's well, let me just lay it out for you, then I'll tell you what I think, and then you can tell me what you think. But so we're going to start with this is a House district in Texas. It is definitely a significantly Democrat-leaning House district. I think Trump lost. It was about a 60-40, but we have a candidate running there, and so the candidate's looking at what paths do we take, who's voting, where do we go, what are we going to do here. Let's just lay it out first. First and foremost, who is on the table, because that's all we've got. We have no more than's on the table. Your district looks like your district. If like, say, for instance, we're here in Bexar County, we have blue districts. That's not true for everywhere else. You go somewhere else, they have red districts, and so you do different things. And so we just have to deal with that, because in a way, we have precincts in Bexar County that are 25% Republican, 75% Democrat. We have to do different things, vice versa, so forth and so on. So anyway, so let's take a look at these numbers real quick. So this is looking at a House district here in Texas. Trump, like I said, Trump lost by about 20 in this district. We've got, and this is looking at gender specifically. I broke it into really 4 categories to understand, who's who, and then you'll see the difference. It will matter. So once again, I keep on saying, I'm going to put, here it goes. Look at this right here. So Republican voters, as you can see right here, I think this is beautiful. We have actually in this district, 51% of the males make up the district versus females with 49%. Those are Republican primary voters. Those are people who have in the last 4 primary opportunities have showed up and done something. It's 9,170 of them, but it's a 51-49. It's very balanced. I think that district's probably saying, hey, we're having these Republican conversations. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But on the Democrat primary voter side of that same district, it's double the amount of Democrat primary voters. So you'd understand why Trump would lose by 20 points, because of your base is just really not solid there. But I want to show you 60% female, 40% male versus the Republican at 49-51. So there's a huge imbalance. Anything that doesn't really... Imbalance is imbalance, so you figure out what that means. And then so non-primary voters, these are voters, doesn't mean they're Republican or Democrat. These are just people that do not participate in primaries. You'll see, obviously, it's more balanced. it's closer to the Republican at 56-44, where we were 40. It's still a big chunk, but that's what, 10 points? 8 points, or I can't even do math here. It's 12 points. But it's a narrowing point. It's not even 12 points. I didn't even how to do math. Okay, and then the non-primary voters you see at 47-53. And so, excuse me, non-primary voters. Those are no vote history voters, and it's all right here. Don't worry about it. There's so many moving parts. But bottom line is, I think this is obvious. So I think there's something, many different directions you can go with this when it comes to a messaging direction. Understand who you're talking to direction. Maybe we can get some of those, if you're a Republican running in this district, maybe some of those men over there would like to vote Republican. They don't got a voice in the Democrat Party. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up, but I'm just saying there's 118,000 voters. Boom, right here. And you'll see that it's just like I said, it's a huge imbalance. So when you look at it, it's like 53-47. You're saying, that's not so much. That's not so bad. It's not so bad. But really, at the end of the day, you can see there's a huge imbalance. So I just want to point that out. You do with it with what you want to do with it. If you want to hire me to look at your district and see what's happening there, I'm happy to do so. So anyway, Barnes Business. This stuff is too fun, and don't mind my pug Christmas shirt, because anyway, that's what I do. So